Good afternoon, people. Welcome back to another episode of our weekly Forex and crypto analysis. And this one's going to be interesting because some major moves in the crypto market over the past few days. So we're going to kick things off different today. We're going to start off looking at some crypto, analyzing crypto pairs and what's happened over the course of the past 2 days. So yeah, starting off with XRP here in the weekly time frame. Major bearish week this week. Prices finally come to liquidate this wick here that I called out maybe 2 weeks ago now. You can get much more clear on the daily time frame here. If you watched my video last week, 2 weeks, my first video, I said how I'm anticipating this wick to be filled for any move to the upside. You can see here, price respecting structure up here, major structure here, broke the lows, retested, bang, filled this wick, clean price action. Now what's interesting now is price can close below or above this wick here. See, it's just, yeah, it has liquidated. It says taken that low out, created the lower low. However, it's just sitting beautifully on that line, respecting that structure beautifully. However, if you do go to the weekly time frame, you can see this uptrend here has now been broken. See high highs, high lows. Obviously, we had a lower high, potential high low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Now this really is the last sort of leg to stand that XRP has to stand on in this downtrend here. Price does close below this support here, then I do anticipate price to start tapping into the 50 zone. That is the next low that needs to be met. And yeah, crazy. People, couple of bullish days here, I will throw people off. But over the course of this month, see how bearish it's been. And I still think there's more downside if you start to close below and break into this sort of structure here. Given that the higher time frame trend line has now been broken, this to me just confirms that um, yeah, the bears are in control at the minute. So standing back, not anticipating to buy XRP anytime soon. My personal plans to buy XRP is wait for a significant level in the market to be expected, whether it's this level, or an even deeper pullback. Wait for that initial weekly bullish close and see that the bears are now in control, because that will give me the highest probability of capitalizing on the move. When you see these bearish structures, your weekly candles close bearish, your monthly's bearish, daily bearish, break of trend lines, it's just a no-go. It's just a signal to sit back and be patient. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you because I've called this move out. This arrow's been here for weeks. Finally tapped into that level and liquidated it. Obviously this candle closes tomorrow, so we never know. We've taken this wick out. This could create another major wick, but then a short-term upside movement for then another downside, because we all know 9 times out of 10, a major wick does get created in the market. Price does come back to fill the wick. So looking at Bitcoin now, sort of same situation, has dropped significantly in the past few days. We have broken below the last structural low on the market here. So yeah, broken below this sort of structure, had this short-term uptrend, higher low, higher high. Price sort of respecting this level. However, we had a momentum shift break through this level, and now we've broken this major higher low in the market. So naturally, the next area in which Bitcoin should retest is sort of this area here in the market where you see all these wick projections. This is probably the next strongest key level and the next strongest support level for this for Bitcoin to go to. So yeah, I'll be waiting patiently for price to make its way down here. Major wick rejection, sort of like this. You can see how it sort of floats around before gaining the momentum, go back to the upside. However, again, there's nothing to say that this could crash below this, then target some structural lows, yeah, from years ago. So yeah, it's really interesting on XRP and Bitcoin. It's really interesting. Monitoring it daily, what happens in the next days, weeks, months, etc. It's going to be interesting. Again, with Shiba, you can see it's dropped significantly in the past 3 days. Yeah, I do believe, honestly, I do believe it has to come and retest sort of this level. The market, we have the breakout here, retested. This could act as a new support level. However, if price doesn't respect this structure, then I do believe back down to these sort of lows. Same with sort of Dogecoin. See price trending down. Support level in the market, which price is liquidated. Yeah, the next sort of leg it has to stand on is this 0.863 level. So yeah, I'll be keeping an eye on all of these cryptos to see where price action is, and does give me any good entry points, then I will be looking to jump in. So yeah, let's look at some forex pairs now. Starting off as always with GBPUSD. On the last video, I had this level marked out, saying how price was in a downtrend, and I think price was trading around this level when I recorded last week's video. I said I was looking for some sort of exhaustion back up before continuation. I had this level marked out in the market. You hear price failed, break above, failed, 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 failed. Major wick, grabbed all the liquidity, took out the highs, still made the still respected structure, making lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, and then boom, we back down to the downside. Now I did not get into any trades on GBPUSD. I believe I had a trade around here before this wick up and got stopped out at break even. But yeah, so going into next week, we'll just remove drawings. Let's rectangular tool. So this is the last level that price broke out. It's retested it here and come down. We'll be waiting for sort of retracement, maybe back to this level to give a pattern. Double top, double bottom. Sorry, double top, break and retest. Alternatively, I don't really want to get into this trade until I do see that exhaustion, because it's a bit messy to the left. You know, we've got structures here, here, here. So yeah, it does look like it could bounce around if it respects these structures. So I'd rather wait for that exhaustion and then pound Japanese yen again. Had this level marked out, saying that if we did break out, retest, we are going to decline further. That is exactly what happened. But one thing to note is this area in the market never really got retested. Momentum was so strong, it just broke below. Bang, 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 bang. So yeah, even on the lower time frame, you can see no retest. Momentum, solid momentum, stalled for a bit, bang. So going into next week, again, I want to see some sort of retracement on this pair. Confirming that a lower high has been made. Potentially a retest of this broken structure before seeing a bearish flip or a bearish continuation. Moving on to USD CAD. Price is starting to break some of these structures, and I was monitoring this pair yesterday. I was monitoring for buys based on this structural lower high in the market, based on this downtrend, lower low, lower high, lower low. This structure is broken. Price created wick rejections, momentum candle. However, I did not take the trade due to the range. I didn't know if price was going to respect this level and close below. But yeah, price is now broken above. So going into next week, if I can get some sort of retest of this level, we'll be looking for situations up. That's my plan on USD. USD Swiss franc, again broken structure here. You can see exhausted, made a massive massive downside fall last week. We then exhausted, broke the trend line. I was waiting for a retest of the break here, however it didn't come my way. So now you can see prices just falling, low, 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 high, low, 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 high, high. But again, just waiting for some sort of correction in the market. Ideally, preferably up to these sort of areas here for a continuation. US dollar, Japanese yen. Again, I called this last week saying how I do anticipate the yen pairs to go down because I believe on Sunday a lot of yen pairs gapped to upside, and 9 times out of 10 the gaps are more than likely to be filled. I don't think there was a gap on US dollar, Japanese yen specifically, but I'll show you on the other yen pairs there was a gap. So in that as a confluence and yen being strong, I did take a few sales on this last week. I know we broke the structure, however, broke out, broke back in. We then broke this structure, momentum, and I think I capitalized on a few downside. So going into next week, this is the last major low. Isolate. Gonna see if price can respect it. If not, be looking for a break below, retest, or continuations. For me to buy this pair, we'll be looking for breaks above levels here. But yeah, trend is down, so preferably looking to sell. Euro Japanese yen. See here, price broke this level here. I believe this was the start of the week. Yeah, this was the start of the week. Broke this level here. Respected it beautifully. Was a bit choppy, you know. Took about 2 days to sort of clear this level, but once it did, it really got going. So yeah, price respected this level. You can see a double top pattern on the 4H before absolutely crushing back to the downside. But going into next week, maybe a potential break and retest at this level. I know we exhausted. However, I was expecting the retest, but fell short of that. So yeah, I'll be looking for a retest or a break below this to sales. Euro USD drawings price is pushing bearish, creating lower highs, lower lows. Price exhausted beautifully. See in a area in a market, prices now created that double top pattern. I was looking at sales to be honest, but I did not get into it because it was more as an indecisive candle. I'd rather this close as a momentum candle, and I would have sold this pair later on yesterday in the US session. But just want to keep an eye out for next week. Structure's down, exhausted. If we can get momentum shift to the downside, I will be looking for sells. I will be targeting those here. So yeah, nice and simple on USD. Euro GBP, again, pound weakness, euro strength, well, mainly pound weakness. Pound was so weak. See with this 4H momentum kind of breaking these structures, literally just dominated, broke this structure here. And yeah, again, this was looking good for buys, but I think I was looking at buying around here and didn't feel comfortable knowing that I had this level price could react off. So price barely broke above it. It's respecting this week here. So again, I'm just gonna wait for more confluence next week. That'll be an exhaustion back to the downside earlier on in the week to get that read, break that higher low, and then gain the momentum up. So that's my plan on Euro GBP. CAD JPY. This is one of the yen pairs. I think my video one week saying how I did want price to come and fulfill these gaps that market. You can see it was choppy for a range of time. I did get into a trade. I think my last video I was in a trade on this 4H candle here. I did close most of my position, remaining got stopped out of break even. But yeah, it was just a bit choppy, and it took some time for it to gain that momentum to the downside. But eventually we did break the structure here, had momentum on our side, and did fulfill this wick. Now we have broken the low. Break of the low. We broke the low, created the wick, and now rush into the downside. So going into next week, we'll be looking for some sort of exhaustion or continuation. So maybe something like this. Break and retest structure, continuation to the downside. New Zealand dollar, US dollar. I believe got into one of these trades yesterday. So yeah, you can see prices moving bearish for some time now, creating lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. Failed to break the high. It failed to break this low here, then failed to break the high. It then broke the low, broke the structural low, and created a wick and a bearish candle. So for me, this was screaming at a sell. So you trade. So I got in around here, intraday time frame. Price broke this structure here, retested, created that double top pattern, and I got in with this here. I was 1 hour up and then got stopped out of break even. So I did mark this trip up. However, price broke above this level and sort of broke back in, and did not get this down. So yeah, going into next week, sort of clear low, I will be looking to sell, but we could also another wick or another exhaustion in this break of structure here. So that's my plan on this pair for next week. Finally, Aussie dollar, Japanese yen, a pair that absolutely hated me yesterday. I was in sales on this pair. The price had the bearish momentum. The price was moving sideways, bearish momentum. We broke this structure here. We then had a wick rejection here, broke the structural low. We had multiple wick rejections of the low. Go down to the 1 hour, you can see created a beautiful double top pattern. Go back to the 15-minute. I got in here, 15-minute double top, bearish momentum. Literally just got stopped out by a hair for price continue direction. It is what it is, and technically theory was right. It's just stop loss placement was a bit inaccurate. So again, pretty much at a free falling range, but I will be waiting for price to correct and a lower high or an exhaustion in the market, then could be a break and retest here. If I do get the wick on this retest level, that will give me a nice double top on 4H to then scale down and look for my entries. Again, a break above this level buys to me. So yeah, that's my forex pairs analyzed. Loads of potential moves waiting to happen this week, but more importantly, crypto, how bearish it is at the minute, and I don't even want to think about how many people have been liquidated, how many millions, potentially billions of pounds, dollars liquidated. But yeah, really interesting. Next week's gonna be a really good week in both the crypto and forex market. So hope you enjoyed these videos. Don't forget to smash that like button.